I thought it would be so fun to do a video today of the things that I was influenced to buy that I actually really love. I've seen a couple of other YouTubers make videos like this, and I thought it would be so fun to share my own perspective. Some of the things that I was influenced to purchase that I actually like. I probably will also make a video that's more like things that I didn't like or things that I regret buying, so definitely wait for that as well. It's not all just rainbows and butterflies, like every purchase is not a win, but for now these are all wins. And we'll actually start off with what I'm wearing, which is this loungewear set from Amazon. I am not an impulse shopper at all, but the second that I saw, I think her name is Jemery, the second that I saw her post this set, I immediately bought it. Like, I did not question it. It was an immediate add to cart, an immediate buy. And I am so glad that I did impulse buy this because this set is so freaking comfortable. I have been wearing this set for like 3 days straight. I am absolutely obsessed with it. I will probably need to buy it in a different color so that I can have multiple pairs, but it's just so cozy. It's such a like soft, stretchy material. It's incredibly comfortable to be in. You know, I'm always on the lookout for things that actually fit the short girlies. I'm 5'1" for reference. So this set was perfect because it has inseam options. So this set had a 31-inch inseam, and the one that I got was a 29-inch seam option. So there's different options depending on your height, which is so perfect. I got the 29-inch inseam option. It's still a little bit long on me, but not uncomfortably so where I'm like tripping over it or anything. It's just like the perfect amount to like cover my feet and feel extra cozy with the material pooling at the bottom. I did size up to a medium. I'm normally a small in tops and a smaller medium depending on the bottoms, but I did get the medium for this one. The sleeves are a little bit tight on my arm because, you know, my giant biceps. It's not uncomfortable though. It's just like that's how the fit is. It's just like nice and close to your arm. And the material is pretty soft and breathable now for the summer, but I feel like it would keep me very warm going into like the fall and winter time as well. Also, obviously, of course, it has pockets, duh. So yeah, I'm just absolutely obsessed with it. So this was definitely one of those things that I was 100% influenced to buy, and I absolutely adore. The next thing I was influenced to buy is a skincare item, and it's the Summer Fridays jet lag mask. I almost didn't put it on this list because I don't love it, and I will explain why, but it's just one of those products that like I cannot say that I don't love it because it's incredibly effective. So what I don't love about it is like the consistency of it. It's like a really thick paste almost, and I also personally am someone who likes products that have a scent to it. I am very picky about my scents though, but this one is unscented. I say unscented because to me it almost smells a little bit like Elmer's glue. It's not like a super strong glue scent. I have a very sensitive nose and I pick up on all these little things, so to me it smells a little bit like Elmer's glue. It's almost like, you know, when you were a little kid and you would put Elmer's glue on your palm and wait for it to dry and like peel off, like right as the glue is kind of like drying out a little bit, so it's like not that super pungent glue smell. I feel like this kind of smells like that, but it is so freaking effective. Like, I have used it, especially in the winter time. I was using it every single night because every single night that I would wear it, the next day my skin was like perfectly hydrated, super soft. So I guess fortunately or unfortunately, it is a product that I actually really like, so I wanted to include it because yeah, it's not my favorite in the sense of like, could the smell improve? Absolutely, but like, is it effective? Does it really work? 100%. The next are two makeup products. So I don't wear a ton of makeup. I really only do blush, eyelashes, and lips, but I really wanted to try these Merit products. I've been using them for months and I absolutely adore them. They are so good. So first, the lip oil. I mean, you could probably see I've used the crap out of it, and this is the color Marrakesh. It's just like such a pretty color. It's almost like a berry pink color, but I just think it's very flattering. I'm not a beauty guru and I haven't tried a ton of products, but this just glides on so smooth, and I just love the way that it like sits on my lips. It doesn't feel sticky or anything, but it also is not like super oily. Like, it feels just hydrating enough. I also like that the color is not like super pigmented. Like, you can still see my like natural lip color underneath, which I really like because then it's not like super in your face. Like, it's not like a lipstick that will cover everything. The makeup that I do use is very natural, so I just love that this adds a little bit of color to my lips and still looks natural without it being being like super obvious. I definitely want to try other colors because I just absolutely love this one. And another Merit product is the blush. So this is what actually got me interested in trying this brand out. I had seen it and I thought it was so convenient to just be able to kind of like swipe it on your face, and I just love it. I love the formula. I've only had like 1 or 2 other blushes before, and it's not like super creamy, but it glides on so smooth onto your face and it's so easy to spread out. It's also again kind of sheer, which I personally really like because then I can build it up. So sometimes if I want a very extremely natural look, I'll just do like 1 swipe on either side, blend it out, and that's it. But then I can also build upon it if I want, like, I don't know, a little bit more color like today. And this color is so pretty. When you see it in person, it's kind of like a reddish berry color, but on my skin tone it looks almost orangey. It has like a very natural like glowy color to it, so just keep that in mind if you do have like a skin tone similar to mine. It's not gonna be like a berry color necessarily. It'll be almost like a peachy reddish kind of color, but I personally really love it. I think it looks so beautiful. It looks very natural and almost like sun-kissed. So this product, I was definitely influenced by all of the commercials on Instagram. I had seen so many of my favorite influencers buying it as well, and I am so glad I did because it's definitely my favorite blush and I will be purchasing it in multiple colors. It's a little bit expensive, but I think it's definitely worth it, and I've had it for months and I use it like maybe every other day when I'm doing my makeup, and I still have a ton of product, so I think it's definitely worth it. The next product is another clothing item. So last year we definitely had like an Ugg craze especially in the fall time. Everybody was wearing Uggs, like the Ugg minis or just like the classic Uggs, and I've never owned a pair of Uggs. Even when I was really young growing up in Miami, like all the cool girls had Uggs and I just was never able to afford them. But this time when the trend came back around, I am aware of dupes so I scoured the internet for some good Ugg alternatives and I found these from Quince. So I did want the, I think it was the Tasman or the Taz, I can't remember the like Ugg official one, but these were the dupe for that. And these are actually like slippers, but I wear them outside all the time. I would wear them to walk low-key. I've worn them through the airport to travel, and they're just so comfortable. I wore the crap out of them and they're still in really good condition. You can see a little bit of fading, but like I said, considering it's supposed to be a slipper, like an indoor shoe, it's doing pretty well. I absolutely love them, and I think they were like 70 bucks, maybe at least half the price of the regular Uggs. So I was definitely influenced by the trend, but not necessarily by the specific item. And that's just something to keep in mind. Like, I don't think that trends are necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes it's fun to play around with new things and introduce new things into your home, into your style. So if you're afraid of like making the big commitment, definitely try a dupe first. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Now, would I still pay the full price of the Uggs? Probably not, just because these are just as good to me and they work absolutely fine, super comfortable and cozy. So I don't necessarily see the need to pay like the full price for the originals. But definitely if there's other things that you are interested in trend wise that you want to test out, definitely look for a dupe or a cheaper alternative so that you can see if it fits into your lifestyle without having to make the commitment of spending like full price for the original. Now, something I did buy the original of, the Stanley and this I was partially influenced by, you know, like people online, but mostly I was influenced by my husband. So funny enough, I actually bought it first for my husband. Again, being influenced by online, people just saying it was a really good water bottle. It kept the water very well insulated, and obviously that it was like easy to carry around. So I originally got it for my husband since he started going back into the office and I wanted him to be able to carry his water to work. And when he came back the first day after having it, he was like obsessed. He's like, the water stayed so cool. It was like so easy to drink from, very convenient to just carry around. So once I had tried his out for a little bit, I was like, I need to get my own. So I totally understand what the hype is about. This is just a really good water bottle. Is it expensive? Yes. And I think it's worth it if you only have one. I know that it's like really popular for people to buy like every single new color that comes out and like every single new model. I think that that's a little bit too consumeristic for me. Like, I'm happy with my one. I bought a color that I like, that is neutral, that I feel like will fit with me and my lifestyle for years to come, and I'm happy with it. So that's it. I just have the one. So to me, the cost was worth it because, yeah, maybe I think I paid like 40 bucks for it. I can't remember exactly, but $40, and if I'm using it every single day, I'm getting my money's worth. I definitely want to point out some of the features. So definitely it keeps your water extremely well insulated. I left it in the car the other day when I went out shopping at the mall for like maybe like 1 or 2 hours, and it was like over 90 degrees outside. It was so freaking hot when I got back into the car, and I took a sip from the bottle and the water was ice cold. And mind you, I did not put any ice in it. It was just water straight out of the fridge, and it was so cool and refreshing. It was amazing. Also, the straw, like, I don't know what it is about it. It's just like the perfect size that the water just comes out so easily. Like, you don't have to be like sucking really hard to get the water out. It just kind of like flows naturally. It's so great. And something else that I feel like a lot of people don't mention or talk about, but I thought it was convenient, and maybe especially because my husband is left-handed and I'm right-handed, but I like to grab it in my left hand, so while I'm doing things with my right hand, I can drink like this. And you can actually like change the lid so that depending on what side you want to grab it from, the straw will be facing towards you. So for me, that I like to hold it in my left hand, I screw the straw facing me like this to the right, so then it's facing me when it's on the left. But if you wanted to hold it in your right hand, like my husband, he would put it facing him and screw it on like that, and now it's facing him on the other side. So that's a tiny little detail, but I feel like it really made a difference for me. And I know there's some bottles that like it doesn't really matter, like you don't have a choice of where you can screw it, and like if the straw is back here and you want to hold it with your hand, you're screwed, you know, you have to switch it to this hand to be able to drink. So that's just a minor detail, but I really love that about the Stanley. Now, another item that I was influenced to buy that is really, really convenient and practical is this electric lighter. While I do love the aesthetics and like the experience of using a match, you don't always want to use some. Number one, it's just like wasteful, you know, and we always try to compost it when we can, but still. And sometimes you just want something quick and easy, and I feel like this is that. With this specific one, you just click the button on the bottom and then you push this little thingy up and it creates like this little shock. I don't know if you can see it, but with that you light your candle, and it's USB rechargeable, so it's just like a very convenient thing to have. Definitely was influenced to buy it, and I'm glad I did because it's very useful. The next item I technically didn't buy, but I was like about to, and that's the Switch bot. So I had seen so many people talking about it on my Instagram, and just as I was about to buy it, like I literally already had it in my cart, I was ready to go, they actually reached out to me, so it was just perfect timing. But I was 100% ready to buy it myself, and I was 100% influenced, and I love them. It's just so convenient because you set it up once, and then you can either have your curtains on a schedule like we do, so that every night they closes at a certain time, or in the morning it opens at a certain time. You can also buy one of their little remotes, and then you can open it with that or close it with that. But yeah, it's just one of those like little things that just makes your normal day-to-day just feel like that much bougier and that much more convenient. So they are a little expensive, but I think considering we use it every single day, it's definitely worth the price, and I would pay my own money for it. Now, the next item, I was actually influenced by my dad. So we were traveling together once, and I already had a pair of noise canceling headphones, but they were just like not convenient at all. They would lose their charge after like an hour, so it was horrible for long distance flights or even short distance flights, because after an hour I couldn't use them anymore. They were also like too small, and I have pretty small ears, but they would barely cover my ears, so it would just put a lot of pressure on them. So I tried my dad's noise canceling headphones. They are the Bose ones, and I got the exact same one. They are so incredible. I absolutely love them. They're super lightweight, so I've worn them for hours on end, like either editing videos or doing things around the apartment, and it doesn't feel uncomfortable at all. The actual earpiece that goes over your ear, there's a lot of room, so it's not like squishing your ear at all. It fits right around it. It's also a leather. I think it's the Apple ones. They have like a meshy material, which I've heard is like really inconvenient, gets pretty dirty, but these are just leather, so they're easy to wipe. They're still super squishy and in great condition. I've never had to like switch them out. This part up here is also cushioned, and it actually is small enough that it fits my tiny head, but then it's also comfortable enough for like my dad, for example, that has a much bigger head than me to wear comfortably for hours as well. And obviously it has the Bluetooth, so I just love it because I have it connected to both my laptop and my phone, so that's also very convenient for me because I'm always working either on my phone or on my computer and going back and forth. I don't have to like click anything to do that. It just automatically switches. And it also comes with its own earphone jack, so you can plug it into your computer, or if you're on an airplane you can plug it into that as well, so that you don't have to use the Bluetooth functionality. And then of course the noise canceling works so well. I wear them on flights all the time, and like I don't hear any of the babies crying. I have ADHD, so having noise canceling makes me feel like in the zone, and it keeps me like not distracted from things, so I put them on and I get to work without a problem. I don't hear my husband, I don't hear Loki. They work like a charm, and the battery lasts forever. Like I've gone on multiple flights or very long flights, like maybe like 8 or 10 hours, and the charge lasts the entire time. I'll go days at home using it without having to charge it, so it's really incredible. These are my absolute favorite headphones, so I would highly recommend them. And thank you to my dad for influencing me. But those are some of the things that I was influenced to buy that are actually good and that I actually like. Definitely let me know in the comments below if there are items that you've been influenced to buy that are really good. That way I can check out some of your favorite products as well. And I will definitely be making a follow-up video of things that I didn't like. So look forward to that as well. And if you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe and that you follow me on Instagram. I'm always sharing the best deals and my most recent purchases, so definitely make sure you follow me on there as well. But I will see you all very soon in another video. Bye!